And sometimes they just abuse the balls.
Actually,
most sports they do.
They abuse their balls.
Yeah, they either fucking slam the balls into the wood, into the ground, or they smack the balls with a big piece of stick thing, or they kick the shit out of the balls.
Hey, some people are into that.
Welcome to yet another exciting episode. Yes, of 3 Minute Critics. I'm Eric.
I'm Tony. Tonight.
It is
night here. On 3 Minute Critics, we are going to be reviewing a brand new film on Netflix from the land of Germany.
That wasn't German at all. What was that?
From the land of Germany. We're going to do a Scottish-German review.
Don't trust the accent. What's it called?
This film is called Black Island.
Black Island. It's very...
Are you saying the name of the...
I just repeated it for you.
Black Island. And it is rated TV mature. And it starred Philippe Froissant, Mercedes Müller, Alice Dwyer, and it was directed by Miguel Alexandre.
Okay.
Alexander? Something like that.
Something like that.
Eric, would you please let the kind folks out there in YouTube land know what this film is about?
No.
Okay, see you later.
Okay. Oh, well, okay. You know, if it'll help. All right, I will. So Jonas is a young high school student from a remote island village off the coast of northern Germany, who seems to meet with one family tragedy after another until he is orphaned and living with his grandfather, who is his only remaining relative. When Miss Young, a mysterious teacher, comes to their town, their island town, Jonas and the new teacher quickly strike up a completely inappropriate relationship with very little candor. And Jonas's childhood friend Nina suspects there may be more to Miss Young's motivation than just the amorous attention of her young beau. Ho, 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 the young beau. Young beau.
Of her young beau.
Should we slice this one
now
open?
I'm going to Sweden.
Should we cut open this?
Let's dissect this motherfucker.
And see what's happening. 3 minutes on the clock. And Tony, your thoughts on Black Island.
This is, in my opinion,
in his opinion,
a film that is better written than it is directed. Now, that the same person did both.
Oh, okay.
He the director co-wrote this film, and I think he should have handed it off to someone else
and then let somebody direct it.
To direct it, because I feel like the story's really interesting, and it is set up to be a Hitchcockian thriller.
Hitchcockian. I'll buy that.
Hitchcockian
I'll buy
thriller.
That for $12.
I absolutely see how this is set up in that way, and I don't feel like it plays very well because it sort of sets you at the beginning. You feel like, is this supernatural? Is Ms. Young supernatural?
You're not really sure.
Is she? And you don't really
what
know.
The setup's all about.
And it's not that non-clarity works. I don't think it does. I think if that was more clear and we could get to her motivation, Miss Young's motivation, a little bit earlier, we would enjoy the thriller aspects of this film a little bit more. And I don't feel like it plays very well in that respect. What about you?
Yeah, I thought at the beginning it did seem like it was going to pull you in fairly well. It's very mysterious to begin with. It's like, okay, you see one tragedy and then all right, and then boom. All of a sudden, there's another.
Yeah.
Oh wait, okay, this is.
Yeah, the pacing of that was not good.
Yeah,
I agree.
It was too quickly done. Where they like one thing goes wrong, another thing goes wrong. Okay, so now you're 5 minutes into the movie and lots of tragedy.
Yeah,
and you see Miss Young introduced early in this movie. We're not going to give anything away, but it's sort of like you already know a little bit about her backstory and what's happened at the very beginning of the movie, and then they try to piece it together. And for me, the characters just never really develop all that well. About halfway through the film, what you get is you start to get into silly land. This starts to feel a little bit like you said, the writing is actually pretty good.
The story
is good.
Yeah.
But then it almost feels like a sexy movie of the week. Because it's just, it is. It's a sexy movie of the week.
I felt about it.
I feel like a sexy movie of the week.
It was a sexy movie of the week.
It was saucy. It's fairly saucy, but then it gets ridiculous and completely implausible.
Let me tell you something. I didn't feel like it was ridiculous and implausible. I felt like it could have, listen, I think it could have just been directed differently, but what I will say is if you have a corpse in your film, they can't have a rosy hue.
Yeah.
You can't have a corpse with a rosy glow. Because then I'm like, she's clearly alive.
From that point in the film, halfway through, all of a sudden, it just dumps out, and you lose.
and watch Vertigo. Go
Yeah.
back and watch even The Birds, which is one of his lesser brilliant films. I mean,
This
Hitchcock
tried to get
does
there, and
this.
it never, ever
You
did.
mean North by Northwest? All of these films that do this so much better than this does, and this is clearly what this was written.
And they try to hide behind
be.
some of the cinematography of the beautiful island shots, but it just doesn't really
And even
help.
that only works at the very beginning on the drone shots and the horn.
And the horn, yeah. The horn always works.
The horn always works. You know why?
Why?
Because it tells us that it's time to rate this film
It does.
on a 5-star scale.
Okay, let's do that.
And Eric is going to use his plume and tell us what he thinks about this film.
Yeah, it had potential from the beginning. I was very interested. I had high hopes. I thought this was going to be a good thriller, but is it a good movie? No. Is it a bad movie? No. It's just sort of a middle of the road. You've seen it before. You've seen these characters, and it has potential until you get a little bit more than halfway through, and then it's like, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. This is ridiculous.
Wasn't exactly my
No,
issue.
that was poo.
All right, what's your score?
I give it a very, very middle of the road 2 stars.
Oh.
Yeah, very middle of the road.
Okay.
Actually, less than middle. It's a little off
Okay.
to the left lane, maybe.
Okay.
Tony, your thoughts?
I don't totally disagree with that.
Okay.
But I will say star off for horrific score.
Oh,
The
can anybody write music for a film anymore?
It's like amazing. I
need-
I
you
haven't
need-
seen
you
a
need
score.
Williams or-
there
or
aren't
Zimmer.
even scores. It's somebody sitting at a synth on the computer. But I will say the lame pop songs that they use, where they were trying to attempt to be dark, because you remember in Dark they use those pop songs throughout, and they do it so well.
Here, it doesn't work.
And it doesn't work because they didn't quite do it as well. And then when the score does come in, it's terrible. So point off for that. Star off for the cadaver that looked more alive than I do. Clearly, she's getting more sun in northern Germany. Than most people in the Bahamas.
She looked fresh.
She looks so fresh.
Yeah. She was ready to do some gymnastics.
And then another star off for the director ruining his own writing, because I feel like he really had
potential.
the potential to do something cool here, but just didn't really understand the genre in the way that he should have.
Where was the thrill of the thriller?
I'm going to give it, but you know what? Because of the potential, I'm giving it 2.5 stars.
Give it a little extra half. Give it a little extra half for the potential.
A little extra half for the potential, for the writing of the story, but it just doesn't pan out.
Netflix, you got to give us something a little better. Come on.
And I like me some German stories.
Yeah, we generally
we enjoy the Germs.
German is
We're down with
is
the
two
Germies.
Steins up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
Two Steins up.
Lots of
Mr.
Lederhosen.
Stein, we're done.
We're out of time.
We're
Mr.
out of time
Stein, we're
later.
out of time.
We're out of time.
Well, listen, hey, you know,
Time to go hit the strip clubs.
with a stein of beer, and if you're
wanna
not
join
in the,
us?
yeah, then we'll buy you one.
Hit us up in the
too.
comments. We'll send you a DM.
Yeah, please do that. Subscribe because why not?
He's got no reason.
No,
for you
I don't.
To
Do I need a reason?
subscribe. Yes,
Just-
I think
no,
you do.
just subscribe. You subscribe to other
You should
crap you never
probably
look
think
at.
of something
Might
and
as
then
well
write
be
it down
this.
for next.
Ring the bell for notifications. Yeah, leave your comments. We would love to hear from you.
We do love to hear
from you. Check your watch. Oh yeah, we are out of time. So until the next episode, we are the
3
minute.
Working of the 40.